Morning peeps, I'm back, and today you saw the evocative thumbnail probably brought you here. Hopefully it did bring you here, because that is the whole point of a thumbnail. And it might be controversial, but I think a lot of people are missing a big trick pre-season. You know, people that are going with 4.5 million defenders. The amount of times I've heard people bigging up Anderson or Fulham today has been absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at him, peeps. He got 51 points last season, 51. And he got 27 extra points because of this new system, which is why everyone's picking him up, you know, because he's a magnet for these extra 2 points. But even with those included, he only ended up on 78 points. Same with Richards. He's being bigly talked up at the moment from Palace. You know, 68 points up to 85, an extra 17 points. Conte's in a lot of teams, but I guess that's because he plays for Villa. But if you're expecting extra points from him, then I think you're going to be sadly disappointed, because he only got 3 over the entire season, and that was probably when they were getting battered by somebody. As for all you people with Tottenham defenders, now I know that they've got a new manager, but look at Udoggy's 43 points, got 6 extra points to take him up to 49. You know, so what people are missing here as well is that the points that these players get extra, you can wipe most of those off because they will have been in difficult games. You know, Wan-Bissaka, for example, most of his extra points came against the likes of Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, all those sort of teams. And realistically, if you're looking at a 4.5 million defence where you're rotating your players, then you aren't going to capture those points because the players will be on your bench when they get those extra points. So all you're going to be left with is the points that are on the right. And I know Wan-Bissaka did very well. But, you know, past performance is no guarantee of future returns, as they say in the stock market. And there's always somebody that performs really, really well, and then everybody jumps on them. But the following season, it could well be somebody different again, and Wan-Bissaka could fall back down into the pack. But to me, the 4.5s look a bit of a trap. A bit of a trap indeed. And for my opinion, defensive rotation is now dead. I think if you want to have 4.5 million defenders, you pick 3 of them and you play them every single week, because otherwise you are going to miss a lot of the points. So when compare it with the 5.5s at the bottom there, you know, you've got 157, 169, 178, 151. You know, Tarkowski seems to do that every season. So if you put the floor at 150, that is an absolutely massive increase over the 4.5s. Absolutely massive for $1 extra million. And I think that is very good use of funds, because like I said, it's predictable. It's predictable. They can repeat it. Whereas those 4.5 defenders, you don't know which one's going to get Wan-Bissaka-like returns. So very difficult with them. Like I said, you miss a lot of their points. But the 5.5s, you can stick Munoz in. You can play him against anybody. You can stick in Munoz, Murillo and Tarkowski. Back 3. Put 2 4 million defenders permanently on your bench. And you're sorted, pretty much, because you don't care if they've got a difficult fixture, because they are the fixtures where they are going to get those 2 extra points. And if you're going to get a minimum floor of 150, then that is money well spent, especially when you consider you don't have to make a transfer. So my whole point of this video, I think, is that people are missing a trick, and the defenders they want to be concentrating on are the ones that they do not need to rotate, which is why everybody loves Virgil van Dijk. You all love Virgil van Dijk because he's going to get you those points, and if you're playing him every week, you're going to capture all of them. Whereas these cheap defenders, really, I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, for what is it? 4, 16, 20, 22.50 for 4.5s. So 22.50 for 3 5.5s. What's that? 16.5, 20.5, 24.5. So for an extra 2 million in your defence, you get about an extra 150 points. You get about 150 points for 2 million because you can put 4 million defenders on to pair with them, where you can't really do that if you've got a load of 4.5s. So absolutely fantastic value. And that's just the 5.5s. The 6 million ones, like Virgil van Dijk, they take it up to an even higher level just for an extra $500,000. So to my mind, the strategy's clear. Pick 3 and stick with 3, because that is the only way you're going to capture these points. It's no good having these theoretical points from the likes of Richards and Anderson when they're on your bench when they score them. And if those points are on your bench for someone like Anderson, then you're not going to get those extra 27 points. You're going to end up with 51, which is what you would have got from him last season, which is absolutely ridiculous. You know, people are talking up these kind of players. I think Fulham kept 5 clean sheets all season, didn't they? And, you know, it's made me think, because I'm as guilty as anybody, of course. And but I have consistently kept 3 decent players in my team, but I've probably got 2 decent ones on the bench. I could trim it, and put a couple of 4 millions to go with them. Because, like I said, you're just going to play with them every single fixture. So that's about it, peeps. That's all I came on to tell you, you know, because I've seen so many people looking at all these rotations, trying to save money on their defence. I just don't think it's worth it. The value, there's huge value in defence, absolutely huge value. But it's not in the 4.5s. The value's in the 5.5s and the 6 millions. I mean, Pedro Porro, possibly an exception. I mean, I put him in just to compare him with the others, really, just to show that you're dancing on thin ice if you include these Tottenham players. I know we've got Burnley, and they can get attacking returns. But 3 days after a PSG match, I don't think I'm going to be going there, because they're going to be either tired or rotated or goodness knows what. So, and like I said, when you've got a floor of 150 points, which you do appear to have with these ones, you can probably add Brantthwaite to the list and possibly 1 or 2 more, because solid. You know, even if Murillo and Milenkovic keep like 5 less clean sheets, they're still going to get over 150 points. So the floor is quite high for those ones, and it's not the same for the 4.5 million defenders, because a lot of them are rubbish, really, and they're not playing for very good teams, are they? So anyway, peeps, that's it. You know, that's all I came to tell you. And if you like all this stuff that I'm doing, I've still got a couple of places left in the head-to-head league in the members area and the main league. We decided to cap it at 40 people because we want to keep it kind of really friendly so everyone knows everyone else. We don't want too many people in there. It's only 99 cents. Give it a crack. It's more than, I tell you what, peeps, it's a lot more trouble than it's worth from my point of view, really. But I'm doing it anyway. You know, I'm not making money out of it. It's a nightmare, peeps, absolute nightmare. But, you know, I put up with them. And if you want to join them and join the WhatsApp group as well and beep my phone every 5 minutes like everyone else is doing, then you're more than welcome to come and join us, because we're a friendly little crew in there. And that's it, peeps. So, you know, a lot of you watching this will be having these cheap defenders, and will be kind of looking at the headline figures of 27 extra points for Anderson. And really, it's deceptive. Very, very deceptive, because they're coming off an extremely low base. No guarantee they're going to get the same amount of points again. And even if they do, it's so much less than the points that the 5.5 million players are getting, then it makes it pretty worthless, to be honest. Anyway, cheers for now then, peeps.